I am talking about one of the basic fundamentals in football, which we've seen a lot, is just a handoff drill. Basic handoff drill, simulating when a quarterback hands off to a running back in gameplay. And something that we've gone over as coaches on our staff is that the drill we use to teach a handoff doesn't necessarily mimic how our kids actually take the handoff in a game from the quarterback. In a traditional handoff drill, okay, you'll have players, okay, in a straight line facing each other about 5 to 7 yards apart, okay? One person will start with the ball, they'll run towards their opposing partner, right, and they'll have the ball extended out in their right hand, and the partner will take the ball running towards them at a straight angle like this, okay? And what we noticed about this drill, that we were having issues with our mesh when the running back receives the ball from the quarterback. So what we noticed that was an issue, right, is that our running backs never actually run in a straight line towards the quarterback to receive the ball. So the drill wasn't correlating into gameplay, and we were having bad meshes. So as a staff, we had to kind of sit and talk about how we could adapt this to make it more realistic for game scenarios. So I think this is a great example of a fake fundamental where it's a basic skill, yes, handoffs, mesh point with the quarterback and running back, but we weren't doing this correctly. We were getting no benefit from this, and it wasn't transferring or carrying over to the next stage, which is, gameplay and other gameplay scenarios. So when we took this handoff line drill, okay, we totally modified it and revamped it to make it more applicable and more realistic for our kids. So not to get too technical, because I know a lot of people are going to be watching this that may not be football people, but our players, we said, don't run in a straight line. So what the running back will do, he'll be lateral to the quarterback, and he will take one lateral step, and then he will run towards the line of scrimmage and try to gain positive yardage. So we took our drill and we sort of mimicked that pattern in our drill work as well. So how we started doing this drill, sorry for moving, is we started to teach our lateral step and mesh, okay, with our running backs, all right, and we run a concept called inside zone, where the running back then has to make a choice based off the open gap that's given to him by the blockers. So how we do this drill now, okay, is we have our running back, we have a coach, right, we have these rectangles here, okay, these are agile bags on the ground, okay, and then we kind of set up the drill mirroring itself. On the bottom, we have two coaches. We're fortunate, okay? And we both run this drill facing each other, where now the running back takes his lateral step, right? He takes the same lateral footwork, hits his mesh just like he would in a game that's realistic, and then he attacks the bags like he would in a game. We have one coach in the middle, right? And his job is very simple. It's just to pick one side. He's mimicking being a defender, and the running back has to make that decision. I obviously can't run into a defender. I'm going to get tackled. I run to open grass. And we would do the same thing down here. Running back would take his mesh from the coach, or it could be a player depending on personnel. He reads his coach, or a player depending on personnel, and he cuts to open grass, and then they follow through their open lane. And now that we've done it this way, it really mimics what they do in the game. So now we're really getting meaningful reps and purposeful at-bats, so to speak, in practice. So even if this may take longer than a traditional handoff line where they get multiple reps in about a minute, this is more purposeful, and this really translates to what we do in the game. Since we've switched up our mesh and handoff drills, we've seen a lot less decrease in decrease in fumbles, a lot more better decision making from our running backs, and this has really paid dividends for us in the long run. So this is how we took a fake fundamental, so to speak, right, and we've turned it into something that's way more transformational onto the field, and it really the skill carries over. It has a lot of value. It's much more fundamentally sound, I would say, and this is where we've gone with it. So we've kind of done this practice before with the handoff drill for our running backs.